Alright, yeah, sorry about that guys, the camera cut out there, but we'll pick up where we left off. Now, when we last left off here, we were getting pretty close. Bevel's starting to feel sharp on both sides now. View of the progress so far. Re-wet the stone a little bit. Now, since we're getting close, I don't want to kill the bevel, so I'm lightening the pressure that I'm using now. Still getting some material here, so you can see floating in the water. And it's probably a good thing that it cut out in the middle anyway. Gave me a chance to actually start uploading the first half of the video. Alright, start some light strokes here. Feels like it's getting a little sharper. See here if it does anything yet. Nothing really. Still dull as dull can be so far as shaving goes. So it feels like it wants to be sharp, but it's missing the keenness that you need to actually shave hair. Excuse me. Light strokes here. Right now what I'm just doing is watching the water patterns as they go down here, making sure I'm not leaving any trails. Sure I'm getting even displacement. See if it cuts yet. Now, I actually had this cutting hair a little bit yesterday on my caudicle, and while it feels sharp now, it kind of illustrates the frustration I was feeling, where it feels like it wants to be sharp, but all it's doing is making my skin turn white. Dead cells. It's not actually cutting hair. So, actually what I can do, since we're on that note, is I'll show you guys what I do on the caudicle. See if you guys can see any difference there. A decent slurry. It's get milky. Get a shot of that slurry there. And then what I'll do typically a few laps here. Now I am kind of torquing the blade a little bit here, putting some pressure on the edge. I can tell just by looking at the slurry that it is taking off metal, as it's not the bright white that it was. It's starting to look almost like a chocolate milk. A little focus on the toe here. Okay, let's see if we've made any progress with the caudicle. Feels if it wants to cut. But as I mentioned with the Norton stone, it's feels sharp, but it's still not cutting hair. And it looks like I lost a little of my slurry here. I'll just a little bit. Now, for the purposes of this video, I don't believe I'm going to be going through the whole progression here. Just to at least try to show you guys how, or if I can get to that initial bevel set on one of these guys. And again, feels a little tacky, like it wants to cut, but it doesn't really feel too much different. And it's not so much cutting hair at this point as it is scraping it. Yeah. So it did take off some, but I'm not crazy enough to try and put that to my face. So I'll go ahead and I'll get this posted up on the board and see if you guys can provide me with any pointers aside from buying a new freaking water bottle. Yeah, don't get the dollar store bottles, they're garbage. Alright, so thanks a lot, and I look for any input you have. Thanks.